Inside Llewyn Davis chronicles a week in the life of a young folk singer as he struggles to find success while still staying true to himself during the so-called folk revival.
Hi, I'm Oscar Isaac. You're watching Made in Hollywood. Here's a scene from Inside Llewyn Davis.
Yeah?
Hey, it's me, Llewyn.
Yeah?
Can I come up?
No.
In your mind, who is Llewyn?
Llewyn's a guy that's navigating the folk scene of 1960s right before Dylan gets on the scene and changes everything. And he's trying to find his voice as an artist. And he doesn't want to compromise, but that's ruining his life.
Explain the cat.
What's its name?
I don't know. He snuck out the door.
Do you think you're staying here tonight?
Leaving? Oh, I was hoping to.
Talk to me about your first Coen Brothers experience. How do you sum this up?
I think as an actor, you always dream about being in a Coen Brothers film. Every actor I know would kill to be in a Coen Brothers film, so I never imagined I would get to be in one.
They're my favorite filmmakers. They have been forever.
They just said, would you like to be in, and before they finished, I said, yes. Whatever you want me to do.
To be a quirky oddball in a Coen Brothers movie, that was the stretch. But they wrote a great script, and all I really had to do was just say the lines that were on the page in front of me, and it worked.
I've seen every one of their movies countless times, and I've been playing music for almost 20 years. So, and I understood their tone, I understand their character, I know what they were trying to say with this thing. I'm interested in gigging here.
Okay, let's hear something.
You don't want to hear the record?
Why should I? You're here, play me something. Play me something from Inside Llewyn Davis.
It's not a true story, but it's based on real-life events.
Well, yeah, exactly. It's not. It's a fictionalized account of the time, inspired by all sorts of different people.
I think it's loosely based on Dave Van Ronk and Bud Grossman, but it, they're good sources to go to, and that's where I went when I studied who he was and what he accomplished.
Do you ever think about the future at all?
Don't worry.
With you, I worry.
Well, you shouldn't.
Yes, I should. God knows you never do.
You are the executive music producer of this movie. What does that mean?
Well, I mean, it's a word, it's a name, but I guess the Coens count on me to make sure that all the music sounds good.
We were surrounded by people who were incredible musicians, and we had T-Bone Burnett orchestrating the whole thing.
I had to learn these songs and be prepared to do them live on the set, but luckily I worked with T-Bone Burnett for a good couple months before shooting.
He was there and shaping all the songs and, very much a part of it. I remember it being very much a free-for-all of ideas and people throwing ideas around, and he's very involved in every song.
It was a movie about a musician, and so they wanted as much detail about that musician as they could possibly get.
Folk singer with a cat. Is that part of your act? Every time you play a C major, you'd puke a hairball?
I always think artists have to readjust a dream sometimes.
Right, and what about when you don't want to? What about when readjusting you feel like that's selling out, and that's where he's at? Taking off, Pop. Shipping out. Maybe if he readjusted, he'd get a couple steps up the ladder, but he's not willing to do that. Try something new. Here's this. I used to like this. My honey, fare thee well.
Made in Hollywood.